it's Lone Pagans, Joy and Oils, and also the Disabled Influencer. So as you know through my profile anyway, I suffer from arthrogryposis. Back in the 80s they didn't really know a lot about it. It's only recently in the late 90s and obviously like 2000 onwards that obviously medical interventions are a lot better, especially for younger children that are born with it. But obviously with my side of the condition, nothing more can be done, and obviously my spine curves really bad now. It's got worse as I've got older, and it has a whole heap of different things. But the one thing we're covering today is how it affects the lungs. So obviously your torso, as the spine collapses down, it's got nowhere to go. So it's going to then start folding in to, you know, your general body with your general organs. So the organs have got nowhere to go either. And one of the things it does affect is the lungs. So because of that, they actually call that stages of lung failure anyway, because the lungs can't work properly. And from what I've been told at the University of Coventry Warwickshire Hospital, which we're on our way now,
turn right.
The diaphragm can no longer work because it's got nowhere to go. And the bottom part of your lungs, which is called the reserves, which is what you use for general exercises, and if you're going to be talking for long periods of time, like as you know I do with my reviews and things, basically the reserves do not work. So the idea of this is the machine that I'll be using at night, which is the ventilator, which will then help get the oxygen into my lungs throughout the night, so hopefully making me a bit more alert throughout the day, because obviously if you're not getting enough oxygen in your sleep, it makes you tired, and plus, you know, throughout the night I'm having to wake up to take the inhaler anyway. It's disturbing the sleep. So obviously with this, it's going to hopefully help with that. The good thing about this machine as well is it will be measuring everything, including the gases that are left in the lungs. And hopefully, obviously I'll be corrected obviously when we go in there, but from what I can remember is that they can remotely see what's going on and read all the statistics as they go throughout the night over a period of time, and obviously they can alter things from their end should there be any problems. But by doing a solution now, it just means that in the long run it's already covered, and then they can adapt it as things get worse, because unfortunately with arthrogryposis there's no cure, and it's just one of those things. So I will show you. Already we're already nearly here. We left extremely early, and obviously with Coventry it is all still full of traffic. The hospital is in the background there. So everybody doesn't know Coventry and Warwickshire Hospital, University Hospital. It's one of the biggest hospitals in the Warwickshire Midlands. It's also got its own helipad as well. You may have seen it on some documentaries, especially like Channel 4 and things like that, where they actually do emergency hospital programs and things like that. But it is one of the main specialists. So if you're in the Warwickshire surrounding areas like Birmingham, Coventry, things like that, if your little hospital can't deal with things, this is where they're normally going to send you, because they've got the top specialists here. So I will return to you all. I will return when we get in the hospital, show you a little bit briefly around. Obviously I've got to be very careful because of privacy, and obviously I will talk with the gentleman if it's okay to, as he's explaining it, to do the video, or if not I'll try and catch clips as I'm going through it. But I just think it's important to document this so people understand more about arthrogryposis now, how it's all done. Until later on, I'll see you in a bit. So we're all checked in now. Obviously we're going to have to just wait because we're a little bit early because we left because of transport. Obviously we've got to keep it quiet because of confidentiality as well with patients. But we're literally waiting in Clinic 3 reception to go through. We will be going through down there. So hopefully we'll see you all soon.
So not that this is a big part of the machine, however, happy with everything we've done today, yeah?
Yep, correct.
Beautiful. So I talked to you about what NIV is and the purpose behind it. Are you happy with that explanation?
Yep.
Should we talk about it again while you're recording? Or?
No, you can carry on.
Beautiful, okay. So we talk about the minimal frequency of usage for NIV. Now, the absolute bare minimum for this to have an effect for people is to use it for 4 hours per night. Realistically, we're going to think of it, and we should be thinking of it as a nocturnal machine or a sleep machine, which is to say, when you're sleeping, you wear the mask.
I'll make sure she does.
Okay? 2 parts here. So, in respiratory physiology, we are, with some exceptions, a clever bunch. And if something is happening with this machine or it is doing something to you, you probably know what the problem is. However, if it's having an effect on you, we're not the right people to advise you on what to do, like, for example, if it is an emergency. So if you feel the machine is doing something to you, you should contact whatever you feel, whatever service you feel you need. So it might be that you go to a GP, it might be that you call 111, it might be that you call 999.
Right.
Okay? On the other hand, if something is going wrong with the machine, or the tubing, or the mask's broken, etc., or in general you feel like something's not quite right with it, or it's not doing the right thing for you, give us a call, we're more than happy to help with it. Okay?
Brilliant.
As we said, we're getting this machine for you to use, and that will include for you to use if you were to come to hospital. So you said you go to Warwick.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for hysterectomy, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you go for that, or if you go to Warwick or any hospitals in general, whenever you're going overnight somewhere, you should be bringing the machine with you.
Yep.
Do you go on holidays and things?
Yeah, well we do. We will be, yeah.
Abroad?
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment, okay. If you do go abroad, ideally you want to be taking this with you as well.
Yep.
To mention, it should go as hand luggage, not in the cabin. And
right.
you should not. Have I said that right?
Yeah, so
Not
what
as a whole, that's the
not
one.
on the whole, and you just contact us and we'll write a letter for you so you get extra hand luggage to take it on as hand luggage.
Right, yeah, and then it covers you on some of the flights.
So it's medical equipment exempt then?
It's a medical piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Brilliant.
Okay. Okay, Kelly's going to show you how to disconnect and reconnect the power cable at the back of the device.
Right. So the power cable.
Don't worry, your face will be out.
That's okay. You just lift it up, lift these 2 side bits here, and pull it out.
Okay.
To plug it back in, just push it back in, and then lock it into place so that stops it from coming loose.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to have a go? Because you're going to be doing it, so I'd rather that you can do it. We know that you can do it.
Lift it out.
No, so here, hold on to both sides and just push it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's it. And that's it.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Okay. You can turn the device on and off via the button on the top, so if you press and hold the power button, it will eventually turn off. It takes a while. And then to turn it back on again, you just press it once. It turns itself on relatively quickly. We then need to have a look at attaching and disconnecting the circuit.
So, on the climbing line here, you've got these little white squares at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
Just push them in,
Pull it out.
pull it out.
Okay.
You've got like a little microchip here that goes into this bit.
Okay.
So then when you put it back in, just push it in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were to ever need oxygen therapy, which you might not, that goes into this port here.
Right.
Right, okay.
Okay, so the clip just comes off and it plugs into there.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Okay?
Please leave it closed though. when
Yeah,
the machine's
leave
off,
it closed if you
otherwise
don't
it's just
use
a
it.
hole
Yeah.
in the circuit.
Then you have your mask that attaches.
Easily done.
Easily done. So your mask just goes on here.
Okay.
Your tube should be washed through once a week and just let it air dry,
Okay.
okay?
Right. Is there any particular chemicals you use to clean it?
Just lukewarm water on
Just
the
a-
mask.
Right.
On the
Tube.
tube.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
mask, however, needs to be cleaned every single day
Okay.
with
Right.
very, very cheap washing up liquid. So no fairy or anything because it's got natural moisturiser. It's got
Right,
moisturiser
okay.
in it. So really, really
How about
cheap.
things like Dettol, or is that
No.
right?
Very,
Just
very
thought I'd ask.
No,
Same
just cheap
Cheap.
washing up liquid,
Right.
okay?
Go some acid cheap up stuff this weekend.
Yeah,
Yep.
very cheap. Asda's own brand if you go to Asda, wherever
Yeah,
you
yeah.
shop,
Yeah.
their own brand, yeah. And on the mask here, it's got like little, what do you call these?
They're leak valves.
Leak valves. Please make sure that your blankets don't cover these because
No,
anything that
I
you're
can't.
blowing out or just
Okay.
I've got a
Go
thing
back in
about
there.
being suffocated anyway, so claustrophobia.
yeah, so just leave that.
Brilliant.
And then that, yeah. Do you want to have a go? Just so you, because some people pull it off too much and then ring us and we'll get questions of,
That's
well,
what
mask
we do.
won't work, and you're just like, yeah, because half the time they pull this bit off
Right.
and leave it in there and then wonder why when they get a new mask it doesn't go in because
dear.
that bit is
They've
still
left that
stuck
bit in there.
inside.
I love that so much.
I know,
recently,
it's crazy,
unreal.
it's all the time. Oh, Jesus, and this one didn't like to click
Oh.
on.
Okay, have that.
Yep,
Yep.
The intake filter.
so on the side here, if you just pull this open, you have a little filter in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you've put some filters
yeah,
in.
put some spare ones on. Once a week, just give that a little dust off.
Okay.
You'll soon notice when it becomes grubby, it becomes like a dirty...
Yeah.
Like a vacuum one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it and put a new one in.
Okay.
When
Right.
you need more of these, just give us a call. You can either
Okay.
call in the hospital and pick some up, or we can post them out to you.
Right.
But bearing in
That's
mind,
nice
if
of
you,
us.
and it's the same as your tube and your mask. If you need new, give us a shout. We can either post it to you, or you can come to the hospital and pick it up.
Okay.
But bearing in mind, it does take up to 2 weeks with the NHS postage to get it posted.
Right.
Right, okay, so
Okay.
give yourself plenty of time.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Especially with you guys being on NIV. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay. The machine is the property of the hospital.
Yep.
If you're not using it, we'd like it back.
Yep.
If, obviously, at some point in the future when you pass away,
Yeah.
we'd like our machine to come back to us.
It will
They go
do, yeah.
away and get cleaned down.
Unfortunately,
the machines are quite
arthrogryposis
valuable
is
when
a,
they get cleaned.
yeah, it's, yeah.
Okay.
Jason will be the one who'll be responsible for things like that.
I'm just going to lock it so you
It
can't
does
mess with
recommend you have travel assurance if you take it abroad, essentially, because well,
Sure.
Right.
that particular machine is £2,100.
Whoa.
So
So people
expensive
need
to
to
replace.
remember things like this when they moan about the NHS and that, and when you're actually giving out equipment, just to how much the
Exactly.
values of
Yeah,
things you're
exactly.
giving out.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you
comes
have
a lot.
home contents insurance?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
geez. Put it this way, the mask alone is 200,
They're
250.
212, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of money. Just
112.
200 and something, I think, for a mask. It depends on the mask, but the masks alone are very expensive as well, and the tubes.
So people need to remember these things when
Yeah.
they're moaning and things like that,
They do,
what you actually
yeah.
do for people.
These particular devices are due a service every 5 years.
Right.
The machine will give you, these machines do give an alert, don't they? When they
Yeah,
do a
they do,
service
yeah.
about a month before.
It'll come up
So-
in the morning.
It's another one, get in contact with us when it's due a service and we'll book you in for a machine swap.
Will you supply a little card or something with the numbers that we can contact?
Yes.
So the
Yep.
contact numbers will be in your information leaflet, but
Right.
the contact number is also,
It's also on there.
the machine as
That's
well.
fantastic.
So I said every 5 years. This particular machine is due for a service in June of 2030. So
That's
uh,
ages away.
we've already said to get in contact with us if we have any problems with the machine, mask or tubing. We need to give you the patient information booklet and an oxygen alert card.
Do we need, just need an oxygen alert card?
Yes, still.
Why?
We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
And we will obviously arrange for further appointments, by which I mean you'll have at least one more appointment with ourselves.
Right.
Steph, are you getting along? Oh, I've got it.
Okay. What have you done to this?
I haven't done anything to it. It was already like that.
It's like me and Jason when we do our lives because we have a shop.
Oh, okay.
So he does all the little pots with
Oh,
all
all
the
the
sales.
finances and everything. And
Yeah, and he'll go, you didn't do it right, and then I'll do it. Yeah, we're like, anyone used to watch the sitcom, George and Mildred? That's us.
So, there is a patient information booklet for the device that talks about most of what we've already talked through now, but it's a reminder. The number for respiratory physiology, as we said, is also on the back of the device. There's some FAQ bits in there as well.
Right, so that's the booklet people get given.
You got your sheet.
Brilliant.
Sorry. What we also have for you here is an oxygen alert card.
Right, okay.
So, for some of our patients who experience problems with their sleep or who have poor breathing in general, they can at times retain quite high levels of carbon dioxide.
Right, okay.
And one of the things the NIV does is make you take deeper breaths to help you get rid of that.
Right.
However, where there may be times where your body, like at night, has higher levels of carbon dioxide in it, it might be the case that it's very used to having that carbon dioxide there, so it doesn't always see it as being a problem, because it's just acclimatised to it.
Right.
What we also tend to see in patients who are like that is that when we give them oxygen, their CO2 levels come higher. As you have higher CO2 levels, it can be, eventually it would be a life-threatening emergency.
Right, okay.
What we recommend to everybody is that when you are receiving oxygen therapy, you should be kept on SATs of 88 to 92%,
Right.
which is a PO2 of around 8. There is no long-term health consequences having a PO2 basically that low.
Right.
So SATs, normal SATs, and when you came in, yours were 98. But I suspect if they dropped lower and we gave you oxygen, the CO2 would come up with having more oxygen.
Right, okay. So normally when I wake up in the mornings anyway, obviously I take the inhaler, but I always find I'm always coughing up something.
Yeah?
It's really weird, but I've never smoked, I don't drink because I can't because of the morphine. So, and we have fans on and everything anyway because of the heat, but sometimes, I feel like there's something there that I have to bring up.
What colour?
Sometimes it's a bit white, sometimes it's a bit green. When I was ill, because I should have come to an appointment a while back, and when I rang up Dr. Ali's secretary, I could barely breathe as I was trying to talk down the phone to her and say, look, can you change it? And it must have been some sort of bug the kids have brought back from school.
Does it taste of anything when you bring stuff up?
Just sometimes it was just a little bit metally sometimes, but no, nothing else.
Okay.
But I just use the Ventolin and just help clear everything up.
So white, sometimes green, is it thick or is it frothy? Or?
Well, when it went at the moment now it's not, it's just little bits. But when I was at my worst, it was pretty, because they all used to say blimmin' neck, and.
So it was pretty thick.
Yeah, it was back then. Yeah.
So when you wear that NIV in general, because it's really good at helping you take those bigger breaths, it's going to clear your chest out quite a lot at night, which is to say it will bring everything from the bases of your lungs into parts that may not be very well ventilated, like on your left, and it will bring it quite centrally.
Right.
So you might find that you're coughing up a lot more.
So is that what it's probably
or
trying to do at the moment?
morning.
Yeah, right. Okay.
If you get to a point where you are producing lots of thick, horrible gum,
Yeah.
I would suggest having a chat with your GP and providing a sputum sample.
Okay.
Because it might be the case that, essentially, as we said, if you don't ventilate parts of your lungs very well, that you get bacteria sit there that just doesn't get the opportunity to move.
Right, that's what Dr. Ali was on about as well, yeah. Okay, no worries.
Okay, oxygen alert card.
Thank you very much. So only get given one of those.
Just going back to the mask, sorry. If you ring us and we ask you what mask you have, because obviously we have a lot of patients and sleep patients that phone up looking for the mask. If you look on the bottom here, It says Airfit F20 small.
Okay.
And if you just tell us for her, because it's purple,
Okay.
because we have the blue ones as well.
Right, okay.
So that'll help us a great deal. And I also forgot, shall we see if you are able to put the mask on? Because
Yeah.
you're going to be doing it tonight, aren't you? So we need to make sure that you can put the mask on. Remember to keep an eye on the pressure areas, especially on the nose where this sits. Just keep an eye on the pressure areas and make sure that it doesn't break down. And also the back of the head where the straps are sitting, okay?
So I'll take my glasses off and obviously show Jason doing it.
Do you want me to plug it in and check the mask leak actually while he's doing it to make sure that it's all okay? Or... So what you don't want to do is you don't need to be messing with these Velcro bits, okay? Leave them alone because we've got that fit and we've got that seat.
As we said, when you're doing the mask, that purple bit at the back wants to be just at the base of the skull. Doesn't want to be super low and on somebody's neck. If that's not in the right place, then you want to be pulling the top straps up a touch. Try and shuffle it around.
Yeah, can I try it?
And in general, the straps want to be so you can just fit your fingers underneath them.
Yeah, so when you get a new mask and you fit it for her, because obviously we're not going to be there to do the mask fit, just look at, just then you put your fingers through earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Just make sure you've
That's
got
what I was
that
checking,
room.
yeah.
We need to, we will book you in.
Right, I'll stop that bit now. So that was everything, and thank you obviously to the two doctors and nurses obviously that helped us with everything and explaining about the machine to you guys at the University Coventry of Warwickshire Hospital. Yes, we may moan about the NHS sometimes, but I think we forget just how much they have to do and how much actually costs for the equipment that we all need. I think some of us take that for granted sometimes. I mean, I know I get angry with myself when obviously operations don't happen when they should do. But obviously we'll try and edit this as best as we can. Hopefully you enjoy and it helps people understand a little bit more about arthrogryposis, some things we face. When he did listen to my lungs, which I knew was right, obviously my spine goes into an S when I sit down, but it's now sort of pushed in and it's actually affecting my left lung, and he did say that was now quiet, so whereas the right one is still okay, which is good. So hopefully, all being well, this will help others to understand. And just to remind everyone, please don't confuse it with a CPAP machine. This is not a CPAP machine. This is to help open up the lungs due to the lungs being restricted.
The difference is this is a PAS machine, CPAP is a force form machine.
There you go, so that's the difference. I think a lot of people get confused. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this vlog. Obviously I know it's quite a long one because the explanation itself was about 10 minutes, but at least you all understand now, and we will see you very, very soon.